Madam Speaker, there's a Zambian whose name is called Francis Kapwepwe, commonly known on TikTok as Why Me. Loved by many, hated by many. And most of the things he was doing, most Zambians, including myself, did not support. Madam Speaker, there is a report that he was abducted and that his life was terminated. He's the Minister of Home Affairs in order to keep quiet when a Zambian is reported to have lost his life and abducted, and some reports are saying by the police. This saw that even in Kenya, this has sparked to insecurity in that country when a TikToker is believed to have been killed in the police cells. I bring this matter because he's a Zambian, he has rights, regardless of his criminal offenses, whether the Minister of Home Affairs is in order not to tell this House and the nation where and what has happened to Francis Kapwepwe. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Zambians witnessed the first ever Masonic conference, which was held in Livingstone, approved by your government.
Sorry, I didn't hear the word that you were using.
Masonic. Freemason. It's a... Are you one of them?
Welcome to Infinus News, your trusted voice, both local and global. We are proudly independent, with no political affiliations and no bias. At Infinus, we don't take sides. We amplify the voices that matter. From the streets of Lusaka to the suburbs of Sydney, from Eastern Province to Western Province, from America to Austria. From
this regard, the Ministry is requesting each honorable member to submit 2 proposed sites from within their constituencies, including GPS coordinates for consideration. Following the necessary technical assessment, 1 site will be selected for the construction of water scheme. Honorable members are urged to make their submissions to the Ministry on or before Friday, 18th July 2025, to facilitate timely implementation of the project. I thank you. Business statement, Her Honor the Vice President.
Madam Speaker, I wish to inform the House that the House Business Committee met on Thursday, 3rd July 2025, to determine and schedule business of the House for the period 9th to 18th July 2025. Madam Speaker, the House Business Committee resolved to lay before the House the following business for consideration in the next 2 weeks. A. Announcements. The Honorable Speaker may make announcements if there will be any. B. Rulings. The Honorable Speaker will render rulings if there will be any. C. Ministerial statements. Honorable Ministers will render ministerial statements on topical issues if there will be any. D. Bills. A number of them, the name of the bill, stage and date of consideration. The Income Tax Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 9 of 2025, will go through second reading on the 9th July 2025. The Customs and Excise Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 10 of 2025, will go through second reading on the 9th of July 2025. Animal Health Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 4 of 2025, will go through second reading on the 10th of July 2025. Non-Governmental Organization Bill, will go through second reading on the 17th of July 2025. Border Management Trade Facilitation Bill, National Assembly Bill number 5, 2025, second reading on the 18th July 2025. Building Societies Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 3 of 2025, second reading, 18th July 2025. National Road Fund Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 2 of 2025 will also go through second reading on 18th July 2025. E. Reports on international conferences. Reports on international conferences will be considered if there will be any. F. Parliamentary committee reports. The following committee reports will be considered during this period, during the period. Name of the bill, the subject matter, and date of consideration. Cabinet Affairs, review of the management and operations of the Office of the Public Protector. This will be considered on 9th July 2025. Local governance, housing, and chiefs affairs of drainage systems in urban and peri-urban areas 2020 to 2023. It will be on the performance audit report on the construction, rehabilitation, and maintenance. This will be considered on 10th July 2025. Health, community development and social services, agriculture, lands and natural resources on the operations of the National Health Insurance Authority, the impact of climate change in Zambia. I'll read this again. I think it is health, community development and social services, the operations of the National Health Insurance Authority. This will be considered on 11th July 2025. Then we have agriculture, lands, and natural resources. This will be on the impact of climate change in Zambia on the 15th July 2025. Then the Committee on Energy, Water Development, and Tourism. This will be on the subject matter of performance audit report on government efforts to ensure availability of water harvesting infrastructure to mitigate water scarcity in Zambia 2021 to 2024. This will be considered on 16th July 2025. Then the Committee on Education, Science and Technology. This will be on the subject matter to review of the operations of the Higher Education Authority in Zambia. This will be considered on 17th July 2025. G. Private members' motions. The following honorable members will present the private members' motions during this period. This will be 1, Mr. Mfube MP. The motion will be reintroduce date swap for the civil servants. This will be considered on 9th July 2025. 2, Mr. F. Kapianga MP will present a motion to establish a Youth and Women Department under the Citizens Economic Empowerment Commission. This will be considered on 16th July 2025. H. Questions. Honorable ministers will respond to 43 questions for oral and written answer. Under the segment, the questions under the segment for questions for oral answer, some questions will be responded to as grouped questions pursuant to Standing Order number 83 of the National Assembly of Zambia, Standing Orders 2024. The questions are contained in Appendix 1 of this statement, which will be circulated to all honorable members. Further, the details of the questions are contained in the notices of questions of 13th September 2024, 5th March 2025, and 20th June 2025, which have already been circulated to all honorable members. Madam Speaker, on behalf of the House Business Committee and in accordance with Standing Order 44 of the National Assembly of Zambia Standing Orders 2024, I have the pleasure to present the business for the next 2 weeks to this august House. I thank you, Madam.
Thank you very much. I have not said anything. Please clear the list. Urgent matters without notice. Okay, so urgent matters without notice. Honorable Member for Matero.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. My urgent matter is directed toward the Minister of Internal Affairs, Home Affairs. Madam Speaker, all Zambians, including criminals, have rights. And it's also the duty of government to ensure that all Zambians, their rights are protected and they are safe. Madam Speaker, this is urgent because it is reported on social media now, and also, if not nipped in the bud by the government, it renders other Zambians at risk. Madam Speaker, there's a Zambian whose name is called Francis Kapwepwe, commonly known on TikTok as Waimi, loved by many, hated by many. And most of the things he was doing, most Zambians, including myself, did not support. Madam Speaker, there is a report that he was abducted and that his life was terminated. He's the Minister of Home Affairs in order to keep quiet when a Zambian is reported to have lost his life and abducted, and some reports are saying by the police. This saw that even in Kenya, this has sparked to insecurity in that country when a TikToker is believed to have been killed in the police cells. I bring this matter because he's a Zambian, he has rights, regardless of his criminal offenses, whether the Minister of Home Affairs is in order not to tell this House and the nation where and what has happened to Francis Kapwepwe. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Matero. I think guidance is what is important here. Honorable Member for Matero, you say your source of information is the social media and TikTok. First of all, Honorable Member for Matero, you are aware that in accordance with our standing orders, the information that you give on the floor of the House should be factual and verifiable. From what you have said, Honorable Member, the information that you are relying upon from social media is neither factual nor verifiable. It amounts to speculation. So it does not qualify to be raised as an urgent matter without notice. I'm sure, Honorable Member for Matero, if you are concerned about the whereabouts of the same person you are talking about, you can go to the police and report. They will be able to attend to that issue. But to come and speculate here on account of reports from social media, I think that is not correct. We should give factual information on the floor of the House, because the members of the public are listening to what you are saying, and this information that you are giving has a tendency to mislead the members of the public. So please ensure the information is factual and verifiable. So the urgent matter without notice is not admitted. Her Honor, the Vice President's question time. The Honorable Member for Mangango.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Your Honor, the Vice President, good morning to you. Madam Speaker, I first would like to thank the new Honorable Member of Parliament for Lumezi, the seat that is now belonging on your right-hand side, Madam Speaker, which used to be on your left, but now we are very happy. Even the people of Zambia, Your Honor, the Vice President, are very, very happy about this seat and all other seats that the New Dawn government has won. Your Honor, the Vice President, the good people of Zambia are happy in the way that they are living now. In those days, even civil servants used to run away from their workplaces because of Kadarism by the former government. But now, civil servants are working at peace. They are delivering effectively because of your good governance, good working environment, the good economic policies in Zambia, the good infrastructure that are coming up. Your Honor, the Vice President, the Kwenyus are just too much now. Everything is a Kwenyu. Every day that people are waking up is a Kwenyu.
Honorable Member for Mangango, please ask your question.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Your Honor, the Vice President, with the Nalumangoni mix at play, what is your secret as the New Dawn government that everything is going on in the right direction? That's now we are seeing this is the main reason why the people voted for a change in 2021. This is what they are seeing now. What is your secret? May you please enlighten it to us, all the Zambians, so that we can know, even as, because nowadays, no more gassing. Your Honor, we are sleeping at peace and waking up at peace, going for work at peace.
Order, order.
Your Honor, they are saying pele. In Nkoya, pele means it is enough.
Order,
people have heard, and the question has been heard very clearly. Pele.
Can we have order, honorable members? Order, honorable members. Honorable members, as we ask questions, let's be precise to the point so that we allow other members also to ask questions, because we only have 45 minutes. So please, if you are curtailed, don't feel that you have been discriminated or I'm being biased against anyone. So please, Honor the Vice President.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker, and good morning to the Honorable Member and the people of Mangango. Thank you very much for that question. Let me also, standing here, congratulate the Honorable Member for Lumezi. You are welcome to the House of the People as you represent the people of Lumezi. We are looking to you. What the member says is that basically he is happy with the governance of this country. And he goes through a number of issues that makes the people of Zambia happy with this government. And now the question is, what is the secret? How are we doing these things to make people so happy? Because there is peace, because there is no caddarism, because the infrastructure is growing, because there is good governance. So many things. What is the secret? And with Nalumangonomics, it is working. He says, the governance today, speaking to the governance today, that fruit is showing. If we want, we can call them fruits are showing. What is the secret? A number of things. I'll be very bringing short things that are in my mind about the secret which we have on this side. One secret to start with is good leadership. The leadership is critical in any management of any affairs, including the affairs of the country, Madam Speaker. So that is the secret. We started by picking the right person to lead us as UPND. Number two, it is discipline. Discipline of a grouping. Starting with the leader, remember that where I come from, the rotting of the fish starts with. Okay? So, discipline will filter down through the people. Discipline is a very important key to success. Clarity of the vision is another one that contributes to what the people are saying. Clarity of the vision. You have a vision. We were clear on what we wanted to do for the Zambian people, and we are following through. But the vision alone is not enough. You have to think through and make the right policies to fulfill your dream, your vision. This is what is happening. There are many other reasons that are our secret. When we talk of the discipline, for example, we promise the Zambian people, and I pray that this is happening. If there is anywhere where it is not happening, please, I'm speaking to all of us in leadership, here and out there. We said, under discipline, we will close every bleeding point of our resources. That means we should not allow resources to be used at personal level that are meant for the public. We should all ensure we do the things that we need to do. And that's why we are fighting corruption tooth and nail. And that's why we will continue to do so. So that whatever resource is meant for the people, it goes to the people. There may be somebody doing wrong, but the long arm of the law will catch up with you. It doesn't matter how long. Mulanduta ubola, colleagues. It doesn't matter where it is. But this is the discipline that has been put within our group, starting with the leader. I can go on and on, but thank you so much. The rest can ask and elaborate very well so that I understand. Thank you very much.
Thank you, the Honorable Member for Mukushi South.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Your Honor, the Vice President. when you took over power in 2021, you found a debt, local debt, which PF accumulated in 10 years at 78 billion kwacha. In 4 years, domestic debt, you have accumulated to 245 billion kwacha. Meaning in 4 years, you have accumulated, you have gotten 167 billion kwacha local debt minus external debt. Can you share with the Zambian people what tangible infrastructure development that you have done from 2021 to date that the Zambian people can appreciate now? Thank you so much, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Her Honor, the Vice President.
No CDF.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I would like to thank the Honorable Member from Kushi, who has brought in the issue of debt as accumulated. I can't verify figures. I don't know whether my minister can verify those 78 and 167 in 4 years. Really, Madam, I think it is, I'm sorry, I'm not stepping into your shoes. I've answered this question many times. The last time it was Honorable Member for Nakonde, because I try to remember what we do in this house, who asked exactly the same question. And I gave the answers. So are we going to keep repeating? Even your answer, we will have these things repeated many times over. But maybe because I am compelled to respond to this, you say your borrowing, the previous regime's borrowing in 10 years compared to the borrowing today. And then your concern is, what have we done with this borrowing? We will start comparing and going back. As we found a finished economy, and you found a growing economy. Let us not repeat these things for the sake of politics. Even yesterday I did hear of this debate. I may not have been physically here, but I was following. So you mean you can't see your CDF? Colleagues, when you say tangible, what is tangible? What is tangible? Madam Speaker, what is tangible? Something you can see, something you can feel. The honorable members can't see CDF. The honorable members, Madam Speaker, can't even see how we are completing the projects that they had left incomplete. They can't see. They can't see. They can't see that part of the borrowing is to deal with the debt that they themselves left. They can't see. So what is tangible? Madam, those are political questions to make a name, to make people see like we are doing something wrong. This is your question I'm trying to answer. Can we ask things that will add value? This question, I have stood here. I've even gone through, if you remember, Honorable Minister, again, through the borrowing and the paying back. That adds to this. I remember sitting here, and I was very happy that day because it was a question I had prepared for, where I went through the figures, which I can't do now. The figures of internal borrowing, external borrowing, and how we have dealt with it. That is what we are doing. I don't know. When even in the international community, the assessors are saying we are doing so well. The people who are eating, enjoying the fruit of including the borrowing, are saying nothing. Madam, we cannot fault this government on any economic trajectory. You cannot fault this government. I am just being sincere. Let us ask about other things. On the issue of the economy, nobody could have done better. Yeah. We have come from the doldrums to where we are now, where the Nalumangonomics is working. We now, madam, have the fuel which they thought they would use. Gone. Yeah. We have the kwacha, which we found so bad, and we have done so much to hold it in place. And even under difficult circumstances, the kwacha is gaining power. Now they have no issues. Can we find the other issues? Zambians can see. No, yes. Yeah, madam, let them find other issues. The economic issues will not work. Don't go and look at one person who is crying. There is a lot we are doing, but we have never said everything at the same time because life evolves. We deal with what is today and try to focus on tomorrow, but there are things that will happen that we may not have thought of. But today, this economy, as Vice President of this government, dealing with the economy, I am proud.
Yeah. Thank you. The Honorable Member for Chama North.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for this opportunity. Good morning, Your Honor, the Vice President. Your Honor, the Vice President, 2 years ago, I brought the issue in regard to the plight of civil servants who have been confined at Public Service Management Division without justified reasons. They have been waiting for redeployment, and now these workers have been staying at home, going to 4 years now, without being told any reason why those workers are at home. Meanwhile, the government is paying salaries. In short, your government is running 2 parallel payrolls when this country needs a lot of money. So, Your Honor, the Vice President, when are you going to tell these workers the cases they have committed? Because they are wondering that even when some of them are dying, there is no representation from the government. They are being buried as if they don't even work for this government. So my question is, why is your government torturing these workers instead of retiring them if you feel that they are no longer required in the civil service? I thank you.
Thank you very much. Honorable Member for Chama North, maybe the use of the word torturing in the context that you have put it is unparliamentary. Use another term, please, because I don't believe the government is there to torture its citizens.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I will press the word torturing with why are these workers being punished for no apparent reason? Because there's no way that workers can be staying at home for 4 years. You are paying them a salary for doing nothing. But you have not given them the reasons why these workers have been sent home. So I'm finding out from the government, because they are trying to find out what offenses have they committed for them to be treated in this manner by their own government. I submit.
Thank you very much. Her Honor, the Vice President.
Thank you and good morning, Chama North. I hear the question, Madam, and I remember that he brought a question. In fact, I did bring the figures as they were given last year. So that is true. He did bring that. And because of the specific nature of the question, allow me to go and find out. But the fact is, no government would want to punish anybody. In fact, Madam, in his questioning, he should be concerned with one, which I agree with him, that government is paying two people for one position. I think he brought out something like that. But to say punishing, then you are defeating yourself. Because you have said they are being paid. So what kind of punishment is that? That is that part of politics, madam. You should be. Can you imagine you send me home and you are giving me the vice president's salary? Then I say you are punishing me. Yeah. I think punishing me. Well, I would say punish me. So your concern, the number 2 question, should be the concern really as a leader of this country. Are we keeping many people? And how many people are you giving? I would need to get facts. Because it's just, yeah, it could be speculation, or he has met one man who has fallen in this category, and then he wants to say many. If we say how many, maybe he has the figures, you can tell us, and from which department and so on. Otherwise, yes, if we are paying two, your money, my money, then it is not working properly. But nobody is punishing anybody. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you. The Honorable Member for Nakonde.
Madam Speaker, thank you very much. Good morning, Her Honor, the Vice President. Her Honor, the Vice President, Zambians witnessed the first ever Masonic conference, which was held in Livingston, approved by your government.
Sorry, I didn't hear the word that you were using.
Masonic. Freemason. It's safe. Are you one of them? Madam Speaker, the Zambians witnessed this Masonic conference that was approved by the new donor administration, the first ever conference. The Zambians, Madam Speaker, wants to know from Her Honor what are some of the benefits of that Masonic conference to the Zambian people. Madam Speaker, who are Christians. Madam Speaker, I thank you.
Her Honor, the Vice President.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I would like to thank the Honorable Member for Nakonde for bringing in this, and he has said Zambians have witnessed the Masonic, whatever name, conference in Livingston. To start with, Madam, maybe I should not start. He says, I'm just picking the main points, that this conference was approved by the Zambian government. It's a very strong statement. When one says witnessed, number one, that's what he brought up. So who witnessed? Who witnessed? We would like the witnesses to help us as government, because it was witnessed by the Zambian people. That means the Honorable Member knows those who witnessed. Maybe even the members of this Masonic conference. The government of the Republic of Zambia today, number 2, you said approved. There is no approval. I am telling you, there is no approval. 2, for me, Honorable Minister of Internal Affairs, when I heard of this, because of the nature that surrounds the Mason, whatever, when it started in the media, I had to say, maybe they are registered. And you can search the registrar of societies. Maybe it is PACRA. Nothing has been registered during my time in office as Vice President, because I took interest at personal and national level. There is nothing. If there is anything similar to this, it is something that may be registered a long time ago. So now, if there are people who witnessed, Where was it held? Where was it held? I don't want to say things from my mind of what I think of the Masons. But where was it? If it was witnessed, I think I would like to get this information, madam, that these people met at this place. Where? That's when I can know the benefits. Because I don't know where they held this meeting, who were present in there. How can I know, therefore, the deliberations? Because I think that's the question. What are the benefits of this Masonic conference? As far as standing here now, unless evidence is given, evidence is adduced, there was no such meeting. And the Masons, maybe he's a member. I hear it is, I hear it is, you witnessed you. I hear it is a secret society. So now this secret society is coming in the open. So it's no longer secret. Let us know it. Because some of us have in mind the target. It may be political. It will not work. It never worked. It will not work. So I don't know about their existence. I don't know, as vice president, where they held the meeting. I don't know these members. I don't know. Do they pose as Masons or they pretend, madam? Do they call themselves another name? I am not aware, madam, of the question.
Thank you. The Honorable Member for Sikongo.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker, for the opportunity. Madam Speaker, the New Dawn government inherited a broken economy, an economy that was growing at minus 2.8%, an economy that in which people were being gassed, an economy where there was no food security assured for its people. But when the New Dawn administration came into power, the president promised a methodical approach to economic recovery. And last year, amidst the biggest drought that this country has ever experienced, the economy, miraculously, grew by 4%. This year, the economy is projected to grow at 6.6%. Now, Your Honor, Vice President, given this positive trajectory which this country is now on, especially given the fact that the song that the opposition was singing of the high cost of living, today our agricultural sector has grown. We are saying Ikwenyu. Fuel has dropped. We are saying Ikwenyu. The dollar has dropped. We are saying Ikwenyu. Now, what chance in hell does the opposition have to win the 2026 general election? I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Her Honor, the Vice President.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I would like to thank the Honorable Member for Congo for that question, and I see that he goes back to give a little background to what is happening today in the economy. He reminds us that before coming into power, the economy was going down, and it had actually gone down by minus 2.8. That's the figure he gives me. And he talks of food insecurity. But now we have experienced a drought which was devastating. But even under that terrible drought, Madam, the member of Congo says, and it is true, I agree with him, the economy grew by 4%. Wonderful record in many years of our colleagues. And now the projected growth is 6%. Now he says, with the positive, I'm using words, positive indicators, What else are they going to talk about? He has spoken of the fuel. I think I have responded to, or spoken to that. The kwacha, the bumper harvest, because of the good policies of this government. What else is left for our friends to talk about? The hunger here, madam, just even up to the last sitting, people here were saying, akabunga. You remember in here, milimeo. That was the big issue. So what is now the big issue? What advice can I give now to colleagues? Very simple advice to the opposition. Go back to the drawing table. Otherwise, zero, nothing to talk about. You create stories and make situations. It will not work. Go back to the drawing table. We like you to be in opposition and oppose properly. Here, we like you. But now we feel sorry for you because we don't know what you're going to talk about. Back to the drawing table. Thank you.
Thank you. The Honorable Member for Kasama.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Good morning, Your Honor, the Vice President. Your Honor, month in, month out, there's adjustments on fuel prices. We see that petrol, diesel, kerosene, as well as jet fuel reduce or increase. There is one aspect that has not been looked into. The kitchen is let down. Most women are using liquid petroleum gas to cook, which is an alternative source of energy. I wanted to find out, why is there no consideration on the reduction of pricing of LPG? Currently, LPG is ranging from 45 to 55 kwacha in Lusaka, and in far-flung areas between 60 and 70 kwacha. Your Honor, why is there no consideration of the price of LPG when there is reduction on other petroleum products? I submit. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Her Honor, the Vice President.
Thank you, and good morning to the Honorable Member and the people of Kasama, and good morning to you. Not good morning to you. Thank you, Madam, for giving me this opportunity. Again, the Honorable Member takes note of the adjustment on fuel products or energy products. Of course, she says month in, month out. I don't know whether that's a compliment or it's a complaint. I don't know. We can explain why that is done instead of leaving it for a longer period. I think we have had conversation in this house. But her concern is it the cooking gas, the LPG? Why is there no adjustment? I think, honestly, standing here, I can't give the answer. I would love to be guided to understand the situation. Is it a forgotten item and yet an alternative energy in households? And if we are talking of deforestation, we have to encourage alternative energy. I hear you there, but I may not have the answer why, because I've not noticed that it is stuck. The price is not adjusted. I will have to find out, Madam, and see what is happening in that field. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm sure the Honorable Minister of Energy has taken note of that concern. Let's go the agenda way. The Honorable Member for Chienge.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. Wow. Your Honor, Your Honor, we've seen people, or Zambians, suffering from what is seemingly to be like just normal flu, and yet this is COVID. And my question, Madam Speaker, to Her Honor, why is it that the government or your government has gone silent without informing the nation of this COVID, which has come back? And so that the nation should get back to take precautions, so to say. Even here where we are seated, some of our colleagues can see they are coughing, but it's not just normal coughing. Madam Speaker, I would like Her Honor to inform the nation as to why the UPND government has not taken this ownership or responsibility to inform the nation that COVID actually is in full swing. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much. I'm hearing people coughing and I'm looking at them too. Her Honor, the Vice President.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I would like to thank the Honorable Member for Chienge, who is certainly Dr. Chienge, diagnosing COVID. Why is the government, she sees a lot of COVID herself, that deserves the government to announce to the Zambian people that there is COVID which has come back. The little I know, there is former Minister of Health. COVID, yes. She also has COVID. Okay. Madam, I told you she's now a doctor.
Now it looks like it's a witchcraft.
Yeah. What I can say is COVID has never 100% gone away. This is the little that I know. It has never 100% gone away. It depends on the numbers. When they become concerning, then government has to warn the people. So you may have known one who has COVID. It doesn't mean that COVID has come back. It never went. It was here in isolated places. And government can only announce when it becomes alarming and it is spreading a little faster. But if anyone over here has COVID, I think they should, we are the most responsible people. We are looked to as leaders. So if you have a situation where you think it could be COVID, you think surely the former minister would think maybe it's COVID and she's sitting here spreading it even without a mask. No. I can tell you, madam, I went down with flu. And of course I had to do all that. Sorry to use myself. But it was not COVID. So there is a serious influenza that is going around, very serious. But it's not COVID. They have tested that. This government cannot be that irresponsible, Madam Doctor. Don't diagnose the people when you just see them moving and coughing. Yeah. Eh? We are all well in this house. Some may have influenza of some kind, some very strange flu, but it is not killing us. We are getting medication, the right medication, and we are fine. There is no alarm. Let the Zambian people not fear. Because, they listen. And they will think, hey, so there is COVID and government is doing nothing. No, there is no COVID, madam. But there is some flu that is taking rounds, and it can make you feel quite bad. But that's not COVID, madam. There is no COVID to make the government make an announcement. And we pray there shouldn't be any. We have had enough situations to deal with. Thank you.
Thank you, the Honorable Member for Kabwe Central.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker, for this opportunity to ask a question to Her Honor the Vice President. Good morning, Her Honor the Vice President. Madam Speaker, the people of Zambia are worried that they have started hearing Maria Shia Mubwalwa in this house. Before you ask me to explain what Maria Shia Mubwalwa, allow me to explain. These are the talks that you would hear when people are intoxicated with beer. They would start discussing issues that are not there here. Sometimes because of electrons in the head, they start erupting, then they'll start hallucinating. Then they can say things like, we approved 174 billion here in the house, and where is the money? As if when we approve the estimate, there's a bag of ukwa there where money sits. Or as if when sometimes they will say, no, there's gold there, as if you can go and now take a pick and a shovel, go and dig and get a money and get a loan. So such things that people are worried about. What kind of talk is this? Madam Speaker, your government, your Honourable Vice President, has been accused that you have maybe gotten a cut from the loan that we just approved, loan payment, yesterday. And then they want to find out that, I know that when they say your government, it's not only the Ministry of Finance, because the cabinet approved before you came here. So the people want to find out, is the government exempted from paying arrangement fee or commission when we are borrowing from the commercial bank? They want to be lightened. Thank you so much, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Her Honor, the Vice President.
Yeah. Thank you, Madam. Some topics are not as easy for me because, I'm not very, conversant in this space, and maybe I should pay attention from this question. Amalia Shiamubualwa, that we are now talking Amalia Shi Yamubualwa. If you understand it well, we are now spending time talking about the stories that people discuss in drinking places. That is sad. We shouldn't do that. But if I got the question properly from the Honorable, she refers to the loan that we are getting. As government, we are getting a loan, isn't it? 1 point, the figure that we are borrowing. Okay, 14 B. Okay. Now, the Honorable says, are you getting a cut from there? Are we getting a cut? As individuals or as who? Yeah, that is the issue. How easy was it for them to get cuts from that? I think we need to learn from those who have done it before. Because this government is not getting any cut. Of course, the money will go through the process. Minister, you can correct me. The money you borrow goes through a process of reaching government accounts. And it goes through banks. And the banks have a duty. That's how they make money. To get, if you got that a cut, then the actual figure that comes, it will show this management administrative costs along the way. That's not a cut, please. If you see the final figure, then you say somebody along the way, not this government. I think, is that what you meant? I hope. So there is nobody who is getting a cut. We are so concerned that money should reach the intended people, who are the people of Zambia. There is no such a thing. You can follow. Money has a trail. Money has a trail. So why don't you follow and say where? That is how, even in the previous regime, things were followed, either through the Auditor General or even, who is that one who likes speculations? No, not the person, the institution, the FIC. They also show the trail of money. Madam, you can be comforted that this government will get no cut. If the figure changes from 14 billion, then you know this is administrative cost along the way, if there is a way. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The Honorable Member from Pika.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker, and I honor the Vice President. Good morning. I honor the Vice President. The UN Special Rapporteur says that Zambia is at crossroads as it heads towards the 2026 general elections. citing a number of human rights abuses, including the denial for opposition political parties to hold rallies. This is contributing to the shrinking democracy. Critics of the government have been arrested, including members of parliament. Youth bloggers are being arrested for criticizing the government. The Registrar of Societies is changing political parties or office bearers at will without the consent of the particular political parties, including the Patriotic Front, Madam Speaker. I honor the Vice President. Are you a proud Republican Vice President today that under your watch, your own government is committing these atrocities against the Zambian people and the human rights record for our country is declining? Madam Speaker, I thank you.
Her Honor, the Vice President.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and good morning, Honorable Member from Pika. The Honorable Member from Pika wants to sit and leave only his head. Yes, good. Thank you. The Honorable Member from Pika refers to the UN Special Rapporteur's report about Zambia. And he says it's at crossroads and brings out a number of things that I am not sure, Minister, whether all these brought out are part of what he's thinking or they are part of the report. I think I was asked here, just in the early time when the report came out. My answer still stands, that yes, in fact, remember that this one was more on the press, was more on the media. Now, don't read into the report things you think are happening. I think that there is still a lot of room for us to practice our democratic rights. And I think they are going on. Colleagues, sometimes when you fail to organize a meeting, don't call it government. Changing by the Registrar of Societies, I can't even respond to that. I've always said, to be in opposition is to be strong. Is to be strong. You know your right, you push for it until you get it. But if you want other people to push for you, that will not happen. I like to say what I believe. Do you remember us? Do you remember what we went through? We didn't go home crying. You even see, today, you can see yourselves suffering. Ask the Campion. Oh, sorry. Ask the Honorable. Colleagues, let us do civil politics, not just the things that you think. But you have a right to think the way you are thinking. Looking at the same report, I just wanted to say I did a lot of sprinting in Chuangandwe. I am whispering it to him. That's what it means. But what I'm saying is, we have one Zambia, a democratic country. Reading into the report what may not be there is not helpful. We have read the report. Can you also see the praise that we got from there? The acknowledgement of the things that are happening in your government. Because it is your government too. We are running the executive. You are in the legislature. You are part of the government, making the laws and all that. So indeed, I am still a proud Vice President because I think that we are allowing the space that you need. Please, the space is there. Get it. You may not see it properly, but it is there. Thank you.
That concludes that segment. We make progress. What's the point of order? Honorable Member for Lunte, from what I've observed, you've just come in. What's the point of order?
Madam Speaker, thank you so much. I could not rise on a point of order in view of my regard for decorum during the Vice President's question time.
Oh, the Honorable Member for Lunte, you know those are the rules, but my comment was that I've just seen you coming in. You were not... So no, I don't know the point of order where it's coming from. Raise the point of order.
Okay. Madam Speaker, am I supposed to relate my point of order with your comment, or I go straight?
Order, Honorable Member for Lunte. Order. Order, Honorable Member for Lunte. I recognize you because you indicated you wanted to raise a point of order. But my observation was that you've just come into the House, so I don't know what the point of order is. So just raise your point of order. I was guiding without referring. I have not yet finished. I was guiding you. You don't have to raise a point of order in relation to how I was guiding you. So raise your point of order, but not my observation that you came in the House late. Our rules require that you have to come here early before the presiding officer even takes their seat. I was just reminding you that you need to observe time. You may proceed. What's the point of order?
Madam Speaker, thank you very much. As I was intently listening to questions posed to our Honor the Vice President, one honorable member from Skongo asked a question to our Honor the Vice President and highlighted the successes of the UPND government where he included food security. Madam Speaker, based on Standing Order number 71, which requires the tendering of accurate information, does feeding the Zambian people poisonous mealie meal equate to food security? Does exporting maize, which UPND found in the shade, equate to food security? Madam Speaker, was he in order to start telling the Zambians that UPND has provided food security when UPND has fed the Zambian people poisonous mealie meal? I seek your serious ruling, Madam Speaker.
Order, Honorable Member for Lunte. Order. Honorable Member for Lunte. First of all, I don't know what breach has been. What is the breach on the floor of the House? And secondly, do you have evidence, Honorable Member for Lunte, which you can tender before this House to show that the Zambian government poisoned the Zambian people? Please, can we have the evidence on the table? Can we have the evidence on the table? If you do not, order, honorable members, if we do not have the evidence, then honorable member, please withdraw and apologize for that statement because it's misleading.
Madam Speaker, aflatoxins contained in mealie meal.
The question is, do you have evidence? Order. Order, honorable.
I can go and get evidence,
order.
Madam.
Order, honorable member. The question is, do you have evidence that you can tender before this House? If you do not have evidence, please withdraw and apologize. When you have that evidence, then you can bring up the issue. But for now, since you do not have evidence, withdraw and apologize.
Madam Speaker, let me withdraw for alluding to the fact that UPND fed Zambian people
order, honorable member, order.
With aflatoxins. I
not
withdraw and I apologize. But I'm going to get a ministerial statement which was tendered on the floor of the House by a UPND minister to show that they did that. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
So please bring that evidence and then you can pick it up from there. Now that I have your attention, we can make progress. Presentation of government bills. The Honorable Minister of Finance and National Planning.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I beg to present a bill entitled the Income Tax Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 9 of 2025. The objects of this bill are
Let me.
A, increase the withholding tax from 15% to 20% on government securities. B, introduce a minimum alternative tax at the rate of 1% to counter tax avoidance and broaden the tax base. And C, provide for matters connected with or incidental to the foregoing. Madam Speaker, I thank you.
Let the bill be read the first time.
The Income Tax Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 9 of 2025.
The bill stands referred to the Planning and Budgeting Committee. The committee is required to submit its report on the bill to the House on Friday, 11th July 2025. Honorable members who wish to make submissions on the bill are free to do so within the program of work of the committee. Next bill. The Honorable Minister of Finance and National Planning.
Madam Speaker, I beg to present a bill titled the Customs and Excise Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 10 of 2025. The objects of this bill are to A, revise the rates of customs and excise duty payable on certain goods. B, introduce 10% excise duty on betting services. C, provide for matters connected with or incidental to the foregoing.
Let the bill be read the first time.
The Customs and Excise Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 10 of 2025.
The bill stands referred to the Planning and Budgeting Committee. The committee is required to submit its report on the bill to the House on Friday, 11th July 2025. Honorable members who wish to make submissions on the bill are free to do so within the program of work of the committee. Question for oral answer under Standing Order 80. The Honorable Member for Nakonde.
Madam Speaker, thank you very much. Question number 370.
There is an indication for a point of order. What's the point of order, Honorable Member for Mitete?
Madam Speaker, when we keep quiet here, it doesn't mean we are not heard. Standing Order number 71. Whatever we talk here, we need to talk with facts and verified. It's a fact that the Member of Parliament for Mpika called us rats and cockroaches. And he had to ask for wisdom to be forgiven here in Parliament. Is he now got the audacity today to say the New Dawn government and UPND is making PF members to suffer as if they have forgotten what we underwent? It's a Christian nation, understand, and we live to forgive, and we have forgiven. But we have not forgotten. We have not forgotten how we suffered, Madam Speaker. We have not forgotten how Zambians were gassed. We have not forgotten. We have not forgotten how the Republican president now was treated. We have not forgotten. We have not forgotten how the vice president and the team were treated in Shiwangandu. We have not forgotten. We have not forgotten what happened in Sesheke. We have not forgotten. Was he in order to try to provoke us when we have forgiven them? Madam Speaker, I seek your serious ruling.
Order, order, order. Order, honorable members. Can we have some order, please? Order. Order. Order, order. Can we tone down, please? Can we cool down? Take a deep breath. Order. Honorable members for Chienge and honorable member for Matero, you know the rules. You cannot have a point of order on another point of order. This tendency of just standing up and wanting to say something before you are even called upon, I think it's not a depicting well of the decorum of this house. Please, let's restrain ourselves. We are brothers, we are sisters. Let's work together in harmony. Looking back at what happened, so much is happening. Let's not try to fight each other or attack each other. It will not take us anywhere. The people out there are looking up to us. Whether you are on the left or you are on my right, please, let's build bridges. Let's hold each other's hands and work together for the benefit of the people of Zambia. So please, whether, let's not go back. In short, let's not go back. Because going back, of course, by going back, we are learning how to relate in the future. But let's pick good lessons from what we learned in order to make Zambia a better place to live in. So please, let's not annoy each other, let's not provoke each other. As I said earlier on, we are brothers, we are sisters. and we need to live with each other in harmony. We are Christians, first and foremost. We are all Christians. So let's bear that as we interact with each other. So if you're the honorable member from Pika, please don't provoke others. Please restrain yourself. Whatever you said, I didn't hear what it was said, but for honorable member from Itete to have raised that, that means it was coming from somewhere. I didn't hear what it was, but please, let's restrain ourselves by choosing the words that we use against each other, because those words can build or destroy. I've said this before. So let's make progress. So we were on the questions for oral answers. I was the Honorable Minister of Local Government and Rural Development.
Madam Speaker, thank you so much. The Honourable Member of Parliament for Nakonde Parliamentary Constituency, Honourable Simomba, asked the Minister of Local Government and Rural Development whether the government has any plans to tar township roads in Nakonde district, B, if so, when the plans will be implemented, C, how many kilometers of roads are earmarked for tarring, and if there are no such plans, why? Madam Speaker, the response is government has plans to tar township roads in Nakonde district. The plans will be implemented once funds are made available. According to the request that was submitted by the Council of Nakonde, about in 2022, 31.3 kilometers of road network will be considered for tarring, depending on the money that will be allocated. The kilometers of road to be worked on will be determined by the amount that will be allocated for this work. As answered in A, plans are there. Thank you so much, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much. Supplementary questions? The Honourable Member for Shiwangando.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, Nakonde is our gateway to East Africa, and across the border we have between Zambia and Tanzania, the seat on the other side is really growing fast. Honourable Minister, your predecessor had given assurances. I remember the Honourable MP posing this question in 2023, and he was assured that in the fiscal year of 2024, there were a number of kilometers that were going to be done in order to make the border point, which was destined for expansion, be conducive enough for the revenue that is coming from that area, because it's one of the busiest border towns. What has happened to that assurance which was given to the people of Nakonde through their representative? Has there been any change? Because now we hear that only when money is available will you be able to get to Nakonde and implement the road network in the area. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. What's the point of order, Honourable Member Pocheng?
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, pursuant to Standing Orders 139-11, Madam Speaker, it's my sincere or my humble appeal to the House that maybe you should, there should be a rule to start searching members before they come in here, because some of them seems like they're smoking dark. So, Madam Speaker, I think it's very important. Maybe there should be a breathalyzer or something, because this is a decorum house. So I need your serious indulgence, Madam Speaker, that members should be subjected to proper screening, so that when we stand up here, we speak what people of Zambia want to hear. I seek your serious indulgence, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
The only challenge, Honorable Member for Chieng, you've referred to Standing Order 139, which talks about a point of order. Now, 11. Which standing order, sorry?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I stood on Standing Order 139-11.
139-11,
Madam Speaker.
139-11 talks about point of order. 11 says, despite the provisions of this standing order, the presiding officer shall decide whether or not the point of order is admissible. So what breach has been, there is no breach that has happened. So I don't know now how we'll be able to determine. Order, honorable members, can we make progress? We have a lot of business on the order paper, please. We want to make progress. Let's not raise points of order without facts. If we cannot verify, I don't know what has happened. Or if the honorable member for Chieng has a particular person, honorable member, who she wants to draw my attention to, it's better to be specific than to be speculative, because I don't know why a breathalyzer will be needed here, and what somebody has said to justify that because they had taken one or two, three too many drinks, they are not able to be coherent in their debate. I don't know. I've not seen that. So please, let's raise points of order which are justifiable. Can we make progress? The Honorable Minister of Local Government and Rural Development.
Madam Speaker, thank you so much. And Honorable Member of Parliament for Shwangando, thank you for this follow-up question. Indeed, Madam Speaker, Nakonde, the other side, the Tanzanian side, is growing very, very fast. And I did see when I went to inspect on CDF projects together with the Honorable Member of Parliament for Nakonde, I saw for myself even the stretch of the roads that is made him come up with this question. The assurance, Madam Speaker, that which is more comforting to the Honorable Member of Parliament for Wangando is that indeed the Member of Parliament did ask a question some time back, and an effort was made from the ministry to go and do some preliminaries. That's how they came up with the 31.3 kilometers. So what we are waiting for, Madam Speaker, is just some Treasury Authority, because we can't go ahead and start doing works without resources. You are very much aware, Madam Speaker, that there are a lot of competing needs. We are also the debt servicing and the other competing needs, including CDF. So once resources for road network are allocated, definitely Nakonde will be considered. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The Honorable Member for Nakonde.
Madam Speaker, thank you very much, and thank you very much, Minister, for that response. Madam Speaker, government through Nakonde border makes a lot of money. And on a right note, Madam Speaker, Nakonde, you cannot Google to find a location like other constituencies. Madam Speaker, in 2023, government through the Minister of Muchinga, then Honorable Skazwe, when we had the 2023 Mutomolo ceremony, he promised the people of Nakonde, in the presence of Her Royal Highness, Chieftainess Waitwika, that government has allocated money for township roads. I'm wondering which government now, Madam Speaker, because it is the same government that the Honorable Minister, then Honorable Skazwe, told the Zambian people through the people of Nakonde that the government has allocated money for township roads to be done in Nakonde. Today, the minister, through his statement, is saying when the money is available. I wanted to find out where is that money that the minister told the people of Nakonde that the money was available and today is not available. Madam Speaker, I thank you.
The Honorable Minister of Local Government and Rural Development.
Madam Speaker, thank you so much, and Honorable Member of Parliament for Nakonde. Thank you for that follow-up question. Madam Speaker, it will be very difficult for me to ascertain how authentic the statement is, whether it really came from the Honorable former Minister for Muchinga Province. What is comforting is that township roads falls under Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development. So what I'm giving is the true picture of what should be considered. So on whether there was that statement, I can't verify. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The Honorable Member for Isoka.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, through you, I just want, before I ask my question, although it has been, part of it has been answered by Nakonde, I just want to thank government and the president for sending contractors to Michael Chilufya Sata Girls Boarding Secondary School to complete the works at Michael Chilufya Sata Girls Secondary School. The school is almost done now. So thank you so very much for sending contractors. My question to you, Honorable Minister, is when are the funds going to be available for the roads in Nakonde to be tarred? Because I also have the same challenges in Isoka. I have about 4 roads. They need to be tarred. When are the funds going to be available? I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. The Honorable Minister of Local Government and Rural Development.
Madam Speaker, thank you so much, and I would like to thank the Member of Parliament for Isoka, a very, very hardworking Honorable Member of Parliament. I did visit the constituents. I saw what she's doing using CDF. Very, very inspiring indeed. On the actual date or time when money will be made available, I don't want to deceive you. But if the plan is there, meaning once Ministry of Finance have resources that can be allocated for this venture, definitely money will be available at that particular time. To give you the specific date, I'll be deceiving you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The Honorable Member for Nakonde.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Each and every year, Madam Speaker, we approve budgets here, and for 2025, we approved the budget under the Ministry of Local Government, and there was a component of township roads. So I wanted to find out other constituencies have benefited from that component. I wanted to find out the criteria that those other constituencies used to benefit, so that the people of Nakonde as well can use the same method that they used to benefit, so that as well they can benefit. Madam Speaker, I thank you.
Before the Honorable Minister comes on, I've seen an indication for a point of order. Honorable Member for Mukushi South, what's the point of order?
Madam Speaker, I need protection before I say what is not supposed to be said. From Honorable Member for Shangombo and the one minister. Madam Speaker, I want to appreciate the Minister of Water for giving us water, and that we need to indicate our areas of priority. But through you, Madam Speaker, I have a very serious concern. Your office 2 consecutive times instructed us and gave us deadline to submit our points of tower supplies. Up to today, Madam Speaker, we have not received the towers that you instructed us to choose the sites. Is the Minister of Technology, Madam Speaker, in order to come and pursue us, apply for towers? Up 2 years now, Madam Speaker. Is it in order not to give us the towers that your office instructed us to identify the points? I seek your guidance, Madam Speaker. Standing Order 71.
The Honorable Member for Mukushi, we were in the middle of dealing with the question for oral answer that has been raised by Honorable Member for Nakonde, and you rise to indicate that you have an indication for a point of order. I will refer the Honorable Member to Standing Order 140, admissibility of point of order. 1, a point of order may be admissible if it is raised immediately after the alleged breach occurs. Your point of order falls off on that ground. B, it is brief and precise. Well, maybe it was. It's raised in a civil language. Yes, it was. It's not raised against a decision of a presiding officer. It wasn't raised because it's not me who indicated. But what it goes to show is that, Honorable Member, that issue of towers was raised some time back, a long time ago. If you are not satisfied with what the Honorable Minister promised, you can either ask a question or approach the Honorable Minister or do another way, bring in another manner in which this point can be discussed or brought before the floor of this House. And I'm guiding the Honorable Member from Kush South is laughing. I don't know, you are laughing at me or who are you laughing at? Please. Please. Let's be civil in the manner that we behave on the floor of the House. The Honorable Minister of Local Government and Rural Development.
Madam Speaker, thank you so much.
The point of order does not stand. It's dismissed. The Honorable Minister, proceed.
Thank you so much. And the Honorable Member of Parliament, thank you for a follow-up question. Madam Speaker, what is comforting is that some works are being done in Choma, Lusaka, Kitwe, and Solwezi. So it shows that the government is sharing the national cake equally. When you look at these 4 cities, they're in 4 different provinces. So meaning in the next phase to be other provinces, probably Nakonde will be in the other phase, looking at the resources available. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The Honorable Member for Nyimba.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Order. As the time is 10:40 hours, I suspend business for 20 minutes for a health break.
Good morning and thank you for still being with us on Parliament.